Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brawlin with Brett. I am your host, Brett, if that wasn't completely obvious. And today, we are going to be playing Calix again. If you've seen my prior Calix videos, you'll know it didn't go great. So right now, we have Calix 2.0. Did a little online research, just saw what other people were running, kind of took some other deck ideas, imported a deck from online, made some changes, tweaked it around. I'm interested to see how this one's going to go. This one seems to lean a little more, we're leaning a little more heavily on the Constellation focus, and we aren't trying to do as much heavy hitter stuff. Most of we've got running a few more enchantment creatures, and yeah, this one looks to be a little more aggressive. We curve out, at the top of our curve here is 5. We've got a few 5-drops here, but yeah, we're just doing a little more focus on just the smaller enchantments and removal, and the ramp is a little more enchantment-based instead of creature-based, so maybe that'll end up helping us out a little bit. I haven't played this deck yet. I did a little bit of looking around, and we're just gonna give it a go and see how it goes. We're gonna experience this together. So we're on Calix 2.0, gonna see if we can do better than we did with Calix last time, which I think we won. I think we won 1 game with Calix last time. So, not our best showing here on Brawlin with Brett. So, yeah, we'll give it a go. Also, thanks for tuning in. We're here on TCG University. If you want to like and subscribe the video, check out the other stuff, we'd really appreciate it. So, we are playing against Corvold here. And we have an okay start in hand. I think we're going to keep this. We're a little land heavy, but we got the Scry land. We got some 2-drops. We have a lovely piece of removal that is great for shutting down commanders. Oh, that's a nice ramp. Do we want the goose? I actually don't think we want the goose, because we got a 2-drop and then we'll gift to Paradise, so I think we're okay on that front. Generally, we want ramp creatures, but we've already got some ramp, and I think we've got a turn 2, a turn 3, and a turn 4. That's pretty clear, so we don't need to mess with that. So yeah, I think we put the Starfield Mystic, because then that's going to let us get 2 things done next turn. Actually, maybe a little bit more potentially, because we can get the Paradise, give the Paradise down without having to tap out for it. So, okay, Dreadhorde Invasion seems pretty good with Corvold, but hopefully we're just going to Heliod Punishment Corvold away. That's the dream. That's the goal. So we're going to pop the command tower down. This is where you want to tap carefully. And any 1 color. Okay. So we're going to gift to Paradise on the forest, just because it's a little harder to destroy basic lands. So I think that's probably where we want to do. And then, we play the Nessian Wanderer. We could also play Birth of Meletis, I think it is. Or Meletus. I'm not sure. Nobody knows. Oh, this is not that big of a deal. Let's play the Wanderer and get those Constellation triggers. We'll be able to actually play Calix. I'm going to attack in, because I don't think they're going to make this trade. Yeah, they are not. So, hopefully our opponent just goes land Corvold, because then we get a Heliod's Punishment Corvold, which this card is a card that I think people might be sleeping on. I wasn't seeing this run in some of the decks. I actually added this into the deck, and yeah, this is one of the cards that did very well for us last week, because if we kill Corvold, they'll just play Corvold out again and get the end of the battlefield trigger and draw cards. If we Heliod's Punishment Corvold just sits on the battlefield doing nothing. So there we go. We get to get a land into our hand, and we could just take Calix up. That feels pretty good. Right, they don't have a lot of pressure on Calix, so we could actually... Why don't we steal their Dreadhorde Invasion and put it under our Gift of Paradise? That seems good, right? And then... we'll bash with a 2-2. I will happily trade a 2-2 for a mana source. Generally, always. I mean, obviously, Starfield the Starfield Mystic is helpful and is doing us good work and making our stuff cheaper. But generally, I'll trade my low-cost creatures for my opponent's lands. And we have a lovely little block. If they try to do anything with the Paradise Druid now, they could always throw something crazy at us, Questing Beast. You never know. But I guess the least good... oh, god damn. I am so tired of that card. Alright. Poof. That was a beating. We're not done, but... man, Casualties of War is a really good card. It's a bummer. Trying to think. We don't... we need to kill Corvold. That is for sure what we need to do. We could Banishing Light Corvold. And then Birth of Meletis. So we played... okay, we played our land for the turn. Let's Elspeth Conquers Death Corvold. Well, hopefully we can bounce back from this. Our opponent isn't rolling in land, and they've got to pay 7 to get Corvold back in play. It sucks that they were able to get the Dreadhorde Invasion back out and blow up our land, take our enchantment with us. Yeah, that was a lot of bad things that happened to us, that's for sure. The Priest of the Forgotten Gods, that's a really bad card to let our opponent keep. That card is a huge pain in the butt. So our opponent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. They can definitely play Corvold out again next turn. Which I think we need to deal with the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Hopefully we can get some more removal here. So we are going to get a creature back. We just have the one creature right now. Okay, so this isn't the end of the world. So we're going to Banishing Light the Priest. Assume we'll swing in. They'll throw the 1/1 under it, I'm sure. But let's keep their board down. Play a Birth, get a Plains. And then next turn, if they tap out for their commander, we can Calix and throw the commander under. I think the Banishing Light, which sometimes it is not great when we have to potentially give our opponent back multiple things under a single enchantment, but beggars, choosers, you know. We need them to not have to untap with their commander. So we're going to get a counter on it, which doesn't suck. So, that was nice. We did some stuff there. And then in comes Calix, and there we go. Throw it under there. And now we get a bash in for 5, and they have to lose the Paradise Druid, which, oh, I'm a little surprised by that. Guess I want to keep their life total up, but that's going to keep them farther back from getting their commander. Oh, no, it's not. They've still got it. So, thankfully, we get to untap here. And we get to dig for some more removal, which we've got plenty of. And there's some is. So, Kenrith Transformation, their commander. Okay, we don't have a land card to reveal. And let's get the ace lid down now, just in case there's any funny business. Oh boy, this is feeling pretty good. Okay, and now... so the commander is a 4/4. Unfortunately, with that counter, we can't do much about it. But we can bash with a 6/6, and if they want to... they're going to have a hard time here pretty soon recasting their commander. And when we get that enchantment going to the yard, another counter up here. Throw the Bronze Hide down. And I'd like to keep that activation up there, so we will put the... actually... yeah, we're going to go and tap, and I think we're okay there. And let's see what they've got. This is nice. I think we were missing out on some of the synergy last time. Or we just didn't play the games and get the cards in the right order. Sometimes that happens. Oof. Okay, so the commanding the Dreadhorde back the commander. Holy moly. They really want their commander to stick, but gosh, at this point, they might... they're in some trouble here, because they're at 6. So they might be able to play a second spell here and do something scary, but that's just a blocker. That's a little more life, too, if they want to crack that food, but, and so they can make Corvold into a 6/6 is important to remember, so that's whenever they sacrifice a permanent, but we get to try and dig for some more removal. So, yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, well, yeah, they're really just loading up their board. They are in crisis mode. Which, I mean, yeah, we've, let's see what's going on. We also might be able to do a tricky thing here. Okay, that's nice. So we're going to grab the Conclave Tribunal, and then we need to check something. Okay, they have 2 mana open. Target creature enchantment gains protection from the color of your choice at the end of turn. So I'm going to do something a little weird here, because we can't just win the game. It was really dumb of them to do that there. So they tapped out. They're at 9. So, okay. We were going to be able to give the Starfield Mystic protection, but they didn't want to do that. So that's why you respond to things targeting, and not like that. So now their commander's just gone. They don't have that impressive of a board state. And we're going to crack in, thusly. And they're probably going to block here with the 1/1. Let's see how all the blocks go. I suppose we could have given this pro-black. I think we actually might have had lethal if we'd given that pro-black. That's okay. So, target creature. Okay. So we're gonna get pro-black here. Yeah, we could have done that, but that's okay. I think we're still probably gonna win. So let's go ahead and put Daxos down. I don't think there's any board wipes we're particularly afraid of right now. And we get to thin our deck out a little bit more. Okay. We could have had it there, but we're in a pretty good spot, so I don't think they're coming back. I suppose it's possible, but their commander costs a lot. And they've already casualties of Ward us. I don't think there's a particularly impressive board wipe. Mayhem Devil's certainly good, but they can't sack all that much stuff. Okay, so we're getting... That's not shocking. Unfortunately, yeah, we pitched that, but still have quite the board state, and they're also at 5, so... Let's see what we draw. Oh, wow, okay. So, yeah, Indestructible's not going to do any good for us here. So we're going to let that be. That's going to kill our guy. But then, the Bronze-Hide Lion, we are going to make our Nessian Wanderer indestructible. No land there. Oh boy, we are churning through this deck. Okay. First off, well, actually, ditching this Mayhem Devil might be what we're gonna do. So we're gonna actually Omen first here. Oh boy. We are getting a lot of land out. We're gonna scry here. Oh, that's right. Whenever anything does it, so that's okay. Oh, well, I guess they should have thought about that. We'll get the Destiny Spinner out though. That's gonna be okay.
Clothis, show me my path.
Cheesy Josie, we are churning through our deck. I'm also probably misplaying left and right here, but that's okay. If the Destiny Spinner untaps, we can really start taking them out. I don't love letting them untap the Mayhem Devils. We could have been smarter there, but I think they're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Oh, and pulling rip. They are clearly digging for an answer. The Murderous Rider comes down. We can have the mana to replay Calix. We're gonna... They don't have anything that they can sack here. Okay, they can make a food token, and they probably... Yep, they're gonna probably ping Calix down again. We missed our opportunity to get rid of the Mayhem Devil. Well, we lost the opportunity with Calix. We have... oh, wow. We think we might be burning down through it. Okay. Let's start making our lands into enchantment creatures. Okay. Yeah, wow, that seems really good. Alright, we're going to turn all those cards sideways and see what happens. And there you go. Okay. Calix. Not terrible. That was a good, stronger opening than last time. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, my deck building strengths kind of lie towards just kind of mid-rangier things. Put a bunch of good cards in a pile. And I might have been missing out on some of the synergy, clearly, from Theros. But also, this is also a good time to think about that. Look at what other people do with their decks. Get some ideas. Don't be afraid to, even if you're a brewer, don't be afraid to see what other people are doing. If a new deck feels overwhelming, sometimes it's nice to just Google MTGA, Brawl, commander name, and see what's out there. See what's going to happen, because other people might come up with something you haven't. So yeah, this was kind of an iffy keep, clearly, but the Paradise Druid is going to open up a lot of options here. And we have plenty of time to draw some land, so, well, we had plenty of time to draw some land. We are now getting to the point where we really need to draw some land. The fact that our Paradise Druid has hexproof is a big reason I kept that. If that was another mana dork, I probably would have mulliganed, and I probably ought to have mulliganed, but we have some options here. Our opponent is not blitzing us, going to be blitzing at us either with Alayla. So we really hopefully just draw. Hey, look at that. So they got 3 up, so that could definitely be a counterspell, and I would be very surprised if it wasn't. So let's go ahead and try to put a 2/2 down. Our MVP from last game, and now, look at that, because we played it in that order, now we got to put another creature down. And this is a great way to deal with these decks that, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that just might be the mana they had available, but if you're afraid of counterspells, playing a lot of low-cost creatures that they can't deal with can be a really strong way to open up and make their counterspells seem bad. So if they had something they could have played and were keeping a counterspell up, we made their turn. We wasted their turn because there was nothing they wanted to counter, because they were maybe thinking like, oh, I'm going to counter Calix. They also might not have had a counterspell. They were always going to Omen of the Sea right now, and they made us play around a card they didn't have. Doesn't mean we played that wrong. There very well might be a counterspell in this mid of cards. But, yeah, we're going to see where we're at. Our hand's pretty solid. I'd love to resolve Heliod. So we're going to see if we can do that soon. Also getting Calix down against the control deck. If we could just tick Calix up and just get some extra card advantage, that's going to go a long way, too. They're really, really thinking about this scry, too. All right, 1 top, 1 bottom. They draw. All right. So we might be seeing just a Layla come down. These decks can get really scary with a Layla. I wouldn't be surprised if... And there we go. Which that is just fine with me, because we are going to have their shields down here for a sec. And I think we're just going to Prison Realm their commander. Which is going to be a lovely play for us and set us up with a... with something we want. Do we want the Bronzehide Lion? That seems fine. So now we're going to throw Heliod down. And unfortunately, we don't have the equip mana there. So we're just going to bash in for 4. And we've got some really nice board presence, and our opponent is not going to Casualty of Wars us. So we have that going for us, which is always nice. We got nailed with that card consistently. I think it was whenever we last played Calix. I think it was last week. Sometimes it all blends together, I'll be honest with you, viewer. But, yeah. Not having to do... The fact that we came back from that card last game is very impressive. Anytime you can come back from, like, a 4-for-1, that feels good. That might have even been a 5-for-1 because we had an enchantment on that land. I can't remember exactly. Either way, it was good. So our opponent's kind of in an awkward spot here because our board's real good. And if they do have a counterspell, I don't think they probably, particularly a 3-mana one, they probably don't have... If they just leave us with this board state, we'll start killing them real fast. We are 1... Okay, Banishing Light. I'm assuming that's coming in on Heliod. Yeah, that is not surprising to me. But we can get rid of their Banishing Light and get Heliod back. We can... Oh boy, we can... This is where we start getting weird enchantment Banishing Light kind of changes. Chains, I should say. So, we play Calix, and then we're going to exile their Banishing Light under our Prison Realm. Which you don't always get to say that. And, then we're going to bash for 6. And we got to undo their whole turn. And, keep our Planeswalker. Okay, Doom Foretold. That is kind of a bummer. I'd like to answer that. We are going to sacrifice... we can't sacrifice the Prison Realm, unfortunately. I think we're going to sacrifice the Paradise Druid. And there we go. We have an answer to the Doom Foretold. Destroy that Doom Foretold. They had a tap for 4 mana to take out one of our 1/1s, so that's not too bad. Let's see what we're getting here. Ooh. Let's let them... They're going to know we have the Conclave Tribunal. Let's attack for a bunch of damage. Oh boy, this is going really well here. So, yeah, our opponent's in an awkward spot. They have been forced to kind of 1-for-1 us. And, oh, I think they just lose here now. Oh, okay, so... we just need to get a little more, so if we just need to get, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay, so if we Conclave Tribunal right here, and kill the Ethereal Absolution, then we just gotta kill him right now. So we don't need to all-D's them, they're tapped out. Got him. Okay. So, day 1 of Calix, Calix 2.0. Not too bad. Really like what this deck is doing. Yeah, I'm excited for you to join on next week. So, this is it for tonight. Come back on Wednesday, and we're going to get some more Calix action going, and we'll see if we can keep this win streak up. So, thanks for tuning in. This has been Brawlin with Brett. I'm your host, Brett, here on TCG University. Please like, subscribe, and if you want additional content, it's $1 on the Patreon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you Wednesday.